What's up guys? Today I got my Paco Motorsports lift kit in. Super excited. It's a little 3-inch lift from Paco Motorsports. Can you guys see that? Cool. Anyways, so I already opened the box. The box was kind of damaged when I got it. This side was all folded in, but it's all metal parts that don't bend or break very easily, hopefully. So it came with this cool bottle opener, which is cool. I can open lots of bottles with that, if you know what I'm saying. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so here's the lift kit. Here's a front and a back. It's raw, which means there's no paint on it. There's no powder coat on it. It was $168 from Paco Motorsports. I believe you can get it from Flying Miata for like $180, and it's powder coated. This was with free shipping as well. I don't know if I already said that, but I'm gonna go ahead and paint this sucker, or these suckers, and install them on my dope Baja Miata. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it, and it's gonna be a good time. Stick around. Okay, I got my pieces laid out here on this box, well, tire than a box. I'm gonna be painting it satin poppy red, thanks to Adam Durr. Shout out to Adam. He's gonna be making a YouTube channel soon. Go subscribe to him. Anyways, he left this paint at my house because we painted his rims on his Mazda Speed Miata. He's got a little boosted Miata. But I'm gonna use this to paint this raw metal. All right, here we go. Alright, while the lift kit's drying, I'm going to go ahead and pull this car a little bit more forward. Change out that passenger side lower control arm that the previous owner given to me because this one's a little bit tweaked. So, hopefully that goes A-okay. Why does this always happen to me? Stupid wheel lock.
He's not lying.
I have the worst luck. I have the worst luck with buying cars that have wheel locks. And wheel locks being broken or missing or Okay, so I took the wheel off, and this lower control arm's definitely a little bit tweaked. So we're gonna swap it out with this other one that he gave me. Just make sure when you swap out your lower control arms on the front, if you want your alignment to be somewhat like how it was, you're gonna want to mark the bolts where they're at on the lobe. I have a eyeliner pencil that I use to mark because it's black surface, so white, and this is pretty soft, so I just mark it. So I can put this one on and line up the bolts how it was before. And that's pretty much it. Swap these out. Alright, I'm just taking a little lunch break. I made some hot dogs for me and Allie. But I see that my brother-in-law and my sister are out in the pool in the jacuzzi. I'm going to go out there and throw a little firecracker, crackle bomb at them and see if it's good. Get a shot of them out there. Just out there bathing in the sun, soaking up the rays. Alright, I'm gonna go get them. So hard. That's good. Okay, so the first step you want to do in installing the lift kit is you want to loosen up all the bolts basically. So this is what I did. There's a 14 and a 17, 14 and a 17 on the lower control arm. So you want to get those and get them loose. If you have the ratcheting wrenches, it works great. Mine are already loose. Then there's a 14 millimeter on the sway bar link. I'm not running the sway bar on mine at all, so I'm just going to completely remove it. If you want to completely remove it, there's going to be two 12 millimeters up here, which I've already taken care of. So get that out of the way. And then here's the big one. It kind of sucks to do, but it's not as bad as other cars. There's a little cotter pin to the castle nut on your lower ball joint. That's a 21. You want to remove that one. If you can't get it off, my suggestion is take it out almost all the way, or to where this is like smooth, and smack with the hammer a couple times if you're going to use a new ball joint, which I recommend. I'm not because I'm cheap, but definitely recommend it. If you can't get it that way, you can always use a pickle fork, which looks like this, and that'll usually do the job for you. So you're going to want to take this guy off, and then you're going to unhook the shock. I also loosened this top one right here. You can do it without loosening it, but it makes it a lot easier if you go ahead and loosen this upper control arm. That's a 21 as well, just on the back. And it makes it a heck of a lot easier. And then what you're gonna do next is grab, this is essentially the lift kit right here. So it's gonna bolt in, same place the lower ball joint bolts in on the bottom. And then your shock's actually gonna bolt in up here. And where your shock used to bolt is gonna bolt right here on this lift, this little lift kit. So we gotta unscrew that guy. I think that's a 19. Actually, it could be a 17. Yeah, it's a 17. Finally got it going. I put it on loose at first just so I can get all my other bolts lined up. And you're going to want to install a new cotter pin on that castle nut, and then you're good to go. Just retighten everything, and obviously you're going to need an alignment after you get your lift kit installed front and back. So that's how you do the front. We're going to move to the back. Okay, here's what the tire's still on. It's still on jack stands, and this is the stock size tire, but look at that wheel gap. That is a lot. Alright, now we're moving to the back. Okay, the back's easier than the front. I already got the wheel off. What you're gonna wanna do is loosen this guy up. This is 214s right here. And loosen the two back ones up. These are all 14s in the back. This is your rear upper control arm. After you have those loose, go ahead and take it off. And then I'm not gonna run a sway bar in the rear either, so I'm gonna take off my rear sway bar, which is a 14 as well. Okay, then you want to take out the shock, or just the lower shock, part of the shock. That's a 17, just one bolt that holds that thing in. Me right here. Get that guy out of there. And then it kind of just drops away. Like I said, it's nice if you loosen these guys up here, because to move this around makes it a lot easier. Then you're going to want to grab your lift kit, and they're actually using a hole that's not normally used for anything on the Miata. This hole right here is going to be this hole right here, which isn't being used by anything. So it's going to be that hole right there. That one right there. We're going to use that hole, which is normally not used for anything on the Miata. And so yeah, I just push down the control arm. Drops right in like that. Go ahead and grab your big one, your 17 right there. Start getting that lined up. Okay, yeah, so this weird one that uses that hole in the rear lower control arm, I'm just gonna grab it and slide it through the bottom. Make sure you have a spacer on that, washer. Here's another washer, here's another one. Put this washer on top. And then ahead and start tightening. So we're gonna push this down, line up our shock. And start working it in. This is going to be the tricky part because you have to lift this up to get on the upper rear control arm. So I'm going to use a jack for that. I'm first going to tighten these down all the way. Or not all the way, but just really snug. Okay, I decided I'm going to install this facing the other way. For installation, looks like it's going to be a bit easier. And what you're going to want to do is slide a jack under to jack it up so you can get on the upper rear control arm. Once you get that on, go ahead and put the bolt on the other side, or the nut on the other side of the bolt. And those are 14 millimeters. That's basically it. You can see how low it is now compared to how it was way up here before. And yeah, just make sure you go through and retighten these ones up top. Double check all these. Don't trust your power tools. So you want to retighten this. Make sure you get that new one that was not used by Mazda before. This little guy back here. Just make sure you get everything nice and tight. If you're going to run your factory sway bar, just make sure you attach your sway bar. I'm not going to be using the sway bar on mine, so that's how you do the rear. And in a second, I'll give you an overview of the whole entire car, what it looks like at its current state. It's going to be on bigger wheels eventually, but for this video, it's going to be on the stock wheels. Come back next video, and you'll see it on some pretty big wheels. All right, thanks. Okay, the lift kit's fully installed. It's still on the jack. I'm about to lower it down, and we're going to see the right height. Oh my god. That thing is high. He's in alignment really bad. And obviously it needs to settle too, so as you push it down, it's not going to be as high as it is right now. Wow. Check out that wheel gap. Oh my gosh. Let me see. If you can see how high that thing is, it is gnarly. Thoughts, Allie?
I think it's pretty cool. It's gonna be crazy.
Dude, that is awesome. The kit wasn't really that bad to install either. 1 out of 10 to install, I'd say it was like, I don't know, maybe 3 to install. It's pretty easy actually. If you can do control arms, you can do this. Well, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a like, and come back on Tuesday. I'm going to be installing some wheels onto this and a bunch more parts, so stick around for that, and thanks for watching.